Hello everybody, today I'm going to be playing some more Liberation Circuit. Last time I played this game I beat these levels here, and today what I want to do is do a little bit of coding and try to make our AI here a little bit more autonomous. So previously we didn't really have any autonomy, we just beat these levels to showcase the strategy. We didn't see those videos. The basic strategy is that we build this base. Then our AI will make harvesters and builders, and they'll gather some data. And then we build this defender base here around our normal base. And then we build this big build and two attackers to follow it until we beat the game pretty much. So I don't want to completely automate our AI right away. First, I um, just want to make it a little bit closer to automated. Okay, so one of the things I did in between episodes is I changed the design of these two a little bit. This one has more interface now, and this one has, it should be a little faster. I put some backwards facing move objects. Okay, so most of this episode will be coding, I hope. So first off, we're going to go back to this base. What I want to do is make sure that after it builds some things, it will build this next base here. Alright, so let's get started with that. Okay, it looks like adding this first part will be pretty simple. All we need to do is add this to the build queue. It's a new process that I want to make. It is the defender, so template 4. We're gonna do, actually I need the angle to the well to do this. Let's see, do I have that? Okay, no, so let's do this. Angle to well. And then we'll set that to the angle towards the well. In the init. We don't want to run this every time because this is a static process, so the angle won't change. Angle to well equals, and then we're going to use the command attan to. This is just taking the arctangent. We're going to do the y component first, so that would be core x, no, core y, minus actually I want the angle from the well to the process, so we're just gonna leave the name the same. It might be confusing, but get well y. So this is the y component of our triangle. Then core get well x minus core x. Okay, so that should retrieve the angle to the well. And now what we want to do is we want to make it, we want to offset this a little bit from our base, so I would like to build this at core x plus the cosine of this angle multiplied by, I think 80 is good. And then we'll do the same for the y coordinate, except we'll use sine. And then I'm going to put so usually the yeah, front faces towards 0 angle. So I need to think about this. Okay, so we have it backwards actually. That's fine though. So if I build this facing the angle too well, it'll probably face the wrong direction. So I want to face it angle to well plus 4096. 4096 is a half circle in this game. And we're going to put it at the back and we're not going to repeat it. Okay, so that compiles. I think I need to test this now though. We're going to really quick just go in. It looks like it's facing the wrong way. Well, it's going towards the well instead of away from it, which isn't really what I want. Let's see if it builds. Yeah, too near well. Okay. So what I really want to do then is I did this right the first time. Should go core y minus get well y. And then core x minus get well x. You might ask yourself why we don't just use a static angle. Well, this will work for any level that we put it into. So if we do, say this should still face the same direction. Yeah, so it's still facing away from the well. We just see if it builds. Okay, we built it. Here we go. So it worked here. Let's go back here again. I'll show you it builds the opposite direction because it's facing the other side of the well. Okay, yeah, there we go. It's there. This is exactly what I want. Oh yeah, that's some code we made earlier. Okay, so that's good. Now the next thing to do, we need to change what this does. Okay. So what I would like to do next is, now that this is being built, we are going to make it send a message back. Do I need to do that actually? I don't think I do. I was going to send a message back to the original builder, but I don't think I need to do that. Actually, no, I do. We need to basically find out when this thing is finished building. So the only way to do that is to just send a message back that says that it's finished building. So we're going to delete this line. This was from before, when we wanted to build on top of the process, which is fine. So we're going to say, let's transmit. Let me see. Target. Okay, so I think we want target parent. Yeah. Target. Parent. We don't need it to be high priority right now. Message 0. Okay, so this is where we set what the message one needs to be. This thing already receives a 0 message, a 1 message, and a 2 message. Since this is kind of a special message, let's just say it's a 10. It doesn't really matter what it is again. Let's go back here. So this will receive a message 10 now. Ace 10. Okay. Now what I want this to do is it should start setting up, it should start building these other processes over here. So we're going to say add to build queue. We're going to do template 5 build x would be core x or y. We're going to build it on top of itself, so that'll be fun. Actually, no, I don't want this thing to build it. I want the other thing to build it. This thing's build object will be on recycle when it's done building the other thing, so I want the other thing to build this if there's available data. So we're going to say give build command, and this will give it to, okay, so we need to actually get the target index of the other thing that we just built, so I'm going to do that here actually. I need to make a new target though, so we're going to say target defender. Okay, so we're going to say get message source, and this will get the target, so get message source target defender. And then the first thing we need to do is target defender, and then template will be that. So it'll actually still build on top of this thing. Do I have an angle yet? No, I don't. I don't have an angle with this process. It doesn't really matter though. I think I'll just put 0 for now. If I don't like it, I'll change it later. 0, 0, and cubed. What does cubed do? I don't remember. Let me check that in the manual for a moment. Okay, wait a minute. I should probably show this, shouldn't I? Let me see if I can switch. Okay, so here's the manual. This comes with the game inside the same file. So we want to search up our command that we were just looking at. This thing has all of the commands, by the way. If you're wondering how I learned all of these, they're all here. So here's scan for threats, scan signal, stuff like that. Okay, there's also a bunch of basics that you can learn from this that are pretty important. So we're going to look for, what was it we're looking for? We're looking for give build command. Okay, give command. Okay, the queue. If it's 0, all build commands on the build queue for the recipient will be cancelled. Okay, I don't think we want them to be cancelled. I think we just want to put it in the queue. So we will go with 1. I need to switch back then. There we go. So we're going to say 1. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So this should add, we should actually say 6. The template should be 6. So this will add the big build process to our queue. It'll be nice. And then we should do this for ourselves. We want to make an attacker. Add to build queue. And then we want 5 core x core y Angle will be 0. Back at front 0. 0. Okay. This will add a attacker to this process's build queue. So while the other processes are cycling, this one will still be able to build, and this will do it. Now what we want to do is, we want to do this again. We want to do it for this. So the other process will build another one of these, because this one will now be on cooldown. Go back. Okay. I wanted to build this, but I don't want it to be template 6. I want it to be template 5. Okay. So this will give us some commands to build. But here's the thing. We need to be able to do this more than once. So right now we have it set up to do it once. What I want to do... how do I do this? Okay. We should set it to cycle. Let's add a new integer. Int done harvesting. This will be the integer that decides whether or not we want to build more harvesters. So after we build this stuff, I don't think we want to build more harvesters, because if you remember, this thing has a build on it, and it will build these harvest bases. So we don't really need to build it anymore. So I'm going to say that when we receive this message, we should say done harvesting equals to 1. Okay. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to say that there's this case 1. Oh, this is different. Okay. So if the build queue is empty and done harvesting equals 0. Oh, yeah. If done harvesting is 0, we are going to say that we can build more harvesters. Else, let's do this again. We'll add some more stuff to the queue. We'll add this stuff. I'm going to do that. I'm going to tell this to build. Spacing is a little weird, so let me just take out that. Okay. So if we're done harvesting, we're going to build some more stuff. Okay. That's good. Now, after we've built all this stuff, we need to tell it kind of what to do. I don't want to tell it that much what to do. I just want to say they should follow my main process. So, let's see. We're going to have an attacker count. It'll just count how many attackers that we have following whichever thing we built. Attacker count. And I think I want this to be a subroutine. Build. Okay, this will become a subroutine. Build. We'll call it the build subroutine. Then we'll do this stuff there. And return. The reason I'm doing this is because we're not going to be able to build something with this base and then tell it what to do if the other base has built it. So I would like to send a message back to this base, and that will get what it, that'll do this as well. So we'll just have a subroutine to do it. That doesn't make sense. It's okay, you'll see what I do. Then we'll take go sub build. Alright, so what I want to do now is whenever anything is that's in template 6 is built, so case 6 here, we're going to say that this is going to be, I'm going to copy this target copy. There we go. Target copy. And then we're going to make a new target for this. Target new build. No, target attack. What do I am to name it? Big build, of course. Okay. Let's say target big build. Or is he going to say target built? So whatever was built is going to get copied into this. Now, what I want to do next is I want to set the logic. So attackers, that's the name, right? Attacker count. Attacker count will be 0 whenever we build one of these. So after that, I think we break. Later we'll do something else with this, I think, but for now we'll just build stuff and hopefully it'll be nice and automated. Oh wait, case 5. This is when we build the attacker, what we want it to do. So I think for now we're just going to target copy this. Actually no, I don't want to target it. I don't want to copy it. So we're gonna just transmit signal to it. We're gonna say target build, and then the priority will be 0. Then the message will be the attack. We'll actually say it's, yeah, the attack account. You can change this later again if it doesn't make sense. Okay, so we're gonna tell which. So whenever this gets built, the attacker count will get set to 0. Then when this is built, we're going to tell the attacker what number of attacker they are. So if they're like the 5th one that's been built after this big build, they will be told that they're the 5th one. Okay, so then after that we're gonna increment attacker count. This will make more sense when we do more AI stuff later. But for now, this is just making sure that everything is going well. Okay. Wait. One more thing I want to do is I want to give it a command. I want to tell it to guard. Give command. So we're going to tell this whatever we just built. Target index. We're going to tell it to target build. I'm going to tell it, we're going to give it a calm guard. We don't really need an X and a Y as a target. And the command target will be target big build. We're not going to give it a component. We're going to not queue it. And then control. We don't want to, we're not holding down control with this command in command mode, so what this will do is it'll basically just tell this, whenever it gets built, it'll tell this to follow this. So that's basically what I want it to do. Okay, I think that should be good for coding this thing. Now I want this thing, I want to code this thing a little bit more. So this thing can build stuff. What I want to do is whenever I build it, I want to transmit a target back to the original base. And it'll basically just go to that same subroutine that we just made. Okay, so I wanted to do this. So instead of doing this, when we say transmit target, target of transmission, target to transmit. Okay, so we want to transmit to target parent. No, we don't want it to be a high priority. We want it to be target built. That's what's getting transmitted. And then we're going to do, let's make the message 9. So let's go back to this base. It's going to receive a message of 9 at some point. It's 9. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the break here, so we'll do that now. Break. Base 9. Right, okay. So when we get this message, we're going to get message target built. So this will act the same as any other target that we just built. And we're going to say go sub built. Go sub built. And we're gonna break. That should allow this thing to treat the processes that this thing builds as the same as processes that this thing gets built. So now that we have that, is that everything I need? I need to think about that for a second. What else would I need to do? Obviously this isn't completely automated, we still have to give this thing AI and tell it what to do, but for now I think this should be enough to build attackers and make them follow this automatically. Let me see again, did we make something to build more attackers? Yeah, we did. Okay. So let's give this a try in a harder region. Okay, it didn't work. It didn't compile. Didn't even try compiling it. Calm guard. Oh yeah, it's named calm friend. It's not named calm guard. I always get that wrong. Okay, there we go. Let's hope we didn't miss anything else. We build a builder, that's normal. Building a harvester. Okay, now it figured out that it needs to build a new stuff. So this guy will build stuff first, then this guy will build another one, and this guy will build the last one. Let's see what happens. Hopefully this base will be able to survive until then. It should be able to. Oh no. The thing in the middle got shot. That's really bad. So this base doesn't even do its job. Why doesn't it do its job? It looks like it should have a full circle. Okay, did a little bit of redesigning here. I think it should work now. Let's give it a go. Looks like our harvesting AI is kind of bad compared to the one I'm used to, or the one that I made earlier. Seems to come back. Wait, so... Oh, here's the builder. It went so far away. I think that's a product of random chance. These harvesters found this well second, this one third. So they kept moving to a really bad well every single time. And it's awful. So now we got our new base here again. Let's see if it builds a big build. Got a little bit more lucky this time and didn't get attacked so much. So here's our big build again. This thing shouldn't actually do anything. It should do the same as normal. This guy is pushing it out of the way of the process, which is really unfortunate. But we'll see what happens. Okay, it got built anyway. It didn't matter. It's about to get hit though. We just want to set it away. We don't care right now. Looks like it didn't make it around. So our AI won't be able to actually work without that thing. So it was really unfortunate that got pushed away. Let's try again. Looks like we got the same RNG with harvesters being stupid. And it looks like it still likes to build a harvester, even though we finished building this thing, so I think I'll have to switch up a little bit. No, actually, it's fine that that last harvester gets built, I think. So we're getting attacked again here. Should be able to defend though. Oh, I don't think we're able to. Oops, built something. Whenever this thing is done building, I think it'll be good. Oh no. And no. So now it's even less powered, but we'll see if it's better. I know why not. Okay, so we got the new attacker ready. Hopefully it'll actually be able to do something to save us. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, it's okay. And that didn't save us. Okay, so a problem that we have actually is that this thing is being built sideways, which is not a bad thing, but it's actually not really good either. So we want this to be built a little bit more crooked, I think. Because it has a sideways facing, all of its firepower is basically going this way and this way. It only has 4 things that shoot backwards. So we want it to turn a little bit. Then we'll have more firepower. So let's say this thing. Where's that thing? Okay. This angle too well. For now, we're just going to add 2048 to this. It's no longer the angle to the well, but I don't care because it's only used for one thing. So let's go. Okay, yeah. See, now it builds sideways. So hopefully that'll be better. I think this guy... I think I have it totally right. Okay. I don't think I did this. I don't think I copy and pasted the restore interface to the top. Yeah, here we go. This stuff needs to be at the top, I think. That way it will restore its interface first, and it shouldn't take so much damage. Yeah, this thing... I don't know what to do about this. This thing doesn't defend itself well enough. I think it's just a poor design. I might spend some time redesigning this. Okay. I think I've arrived on something that I like. It's a little bit less powered than the previous design, but it's not so important with the static processes. Later we'll get better cores that allow us to make more efficient processes. For now though, this thing has 9600 interface and it has a bunch of Pulse XL on it. And yeah, this should hopefully be able to deal with what we needed to do. So let's give it a shot. You barely shoot it, it uses too much power. So I think this is a bit of a downgrade. Yeah, the interface is taking too much power. So I went a bit overboard. I'm gonna redesign again. Okay, so I changed it a little bit more. I basically just took out some interface and less expensive, made some components less expensive. This is what I've been trying to base it off of. I used in a different playthrough, my hard mode autonomous. This one's a lot better. It's less underpowered. and it's got other things that make it better, like this more advanced core, but I don't have that available to me right now, so I'm just gonna remove this right now. Okay, so this is what I have now, and it probably won't be getting much better, so here's what I'm gonna do. For this, I'm just gonna make sure that my builders stay near my base. Now, Autonomous, I don't think you'd be able to do this really. This is more of a human decision, but let's see what happens. So we got our big build here again. We're just gonna make it stick around for a little bit. I'm not gonna touch it this time. I'm gonna let it do what it's gonna do before. This thing has a good bit of interface too, so not like it's underpowered or anything. The base here is doing fine. Okay, so now that that's done, we have to send this guy up and build some more things. We'll send him over here. And now we can see what our attacker will do. So what I want it to do is I want it to get built, and I just want it to receive a guard command that makes it follow this. So that's what we're gonna wait for. Gonna build a base first though. Okay, now we send this guy over to here and follow. Build a base. Okay, we got our attacker here. Let's see if it will start following. We got a scout. We're going to bring this guy back in. Okay, so I received a command to follow this thing. It's basically what I want to do. So now we're just going to beat a few levels. Looks like we're getting a lot of data now, so we'll have our next attacker as well soon. There it is. Then we're building another big build here. So this place now has a base. Okay, so now that that's done, we just want to build another harvest base. I think I'll speed this up actually. Let's go down here. This is the new one, by the way. Ooh, okay, so it got a command to follow this guy, which isn't what we want. We want it to follow this guy. So I'm gonna have to change that a little bit. I think I probably forgot a break. Let's take a look. We could fix it after. Yeah, okay, see here. Case 5, it doesn't have a break. Break. Okay, so that should fix it for the next time we go through this. But yeah, basically that means that this attacker here was being copied to target big build, which made it the one that it'll follow. He wants to build another attacker. So here's the main enemy base. It's probably gonna get wrecked, because this is a lot of firepower rolling up on it. Okay. Opponent revealed. Okay, the last guy is here. Nice. That's that. Alright, cool. So we got the slice object. Let me show you this. This is a new weapon we just unlocked. Slice. Okay, so it fires fast stream of malicious double damage against component. I can't read it because it's not like that. Does double damage against components not protected by an interface. Can rotate to track its target. Okay, so this thing is not bad. It does 24 to 28 damage at 18 cost and 70 peak power. Let's look at our Pulse XL. This one's 12, does 80 peak power, and it does 96 damage. So you can't tell, but Pulse XL is way better power or damage per cost and power per cost and power per damage. So you should always use a Pulse XL if we can help it, except for some circumstances. So the slice here, this will actually attack instantly. It's like a laser. It just instantly hits your target. So this is really good for small targets that are very fast. That's about it though. It's not really good for anything else. It has a 4 recycle time too, which is a little faster than this. Not enough to justify its use though. So we're just gonna leave that. It's kind of nice that we got it. And then I'm going to try do purple next. I'm not very confident with purple though, so let's give it a go. Over here to build another base. Oh, it looks like we found a lot of enemies. And a very large base, of course. is this about? Or we might just straight up bully them with it. Oh. Now there's the other attacker there. I've not been paying attention here. Do we now lose anything? Wow. That was very successful. There's another guy here. No base though. Opponent revealed. This is the last guy. Okay. Cool. So we unlocked a static core and a component. Let's see what the static core is. Okay, so we got static hex C, which is the biggest static core you can get in the game. This is really good for us because that means we're going to be able to change our base here so that it's not having any problems at all. And then what component did I get? We got the drop. So this is the first component that we got with 6 little links on it. This is going to be really good for us as well. We still don't have a bigger hex core, but that's fine for now. So I think I'm going to redesign this yet again, using the bigger hex, and it should be able to do even better at defending itself. I'm going to pause the video again and do that. Okay, so I got this now. This has got a lot more power, and it's cost exactly 1,000. Very nice. Also has 12,000 interface, so it should be a lot better at doing what we needed to do. We also used these new drop components for our interface. We only needed 2 of them instead of or we only need 4 this time instead of the 6 I was using before. So we're going to do this now. This will unlock stability, which is another one of the really good objects for me. I like this. So let's get into it. We got the big fight going on. I'm gonna pause it for a second and give this guy commands. He's gonna come down. Okay, let's go back here. looks like that's the final enemy base. So we should be able to put down a harvester. We don't really need to anymore though, I must say. Purple AI here actually has a pretty good AI. They group up together a lot, so that's nice. Looks like we're gonna bump into them. Does this guy have stability? No. Don't just keep coming. That's not a big control. Should be the last of it. Cool. Okay. The stability. Let's take a look at this. You might have seen it previously. So, we got this stuff. This is a defend, so stability. Okay, I can pull it back. Increases the stability of the interface for this component. Halves damage taken by this component's interface while active. So if we just plop this onto some component, it will take half damage while the stability is on. But as you can see, stability costs like 30 power, which is quite a bit. So we're gonna have to do something to make sure it takes less power to turn it on. I don't think I'll do anything about it right now, but I think this is the end of the episode. We'll make another episode about the stability. It'll be Advanced Process Design 2. Yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for watching. I'll see you another day. Bye.